Actually, when I started creating the work, it wasn't about a stand-up for me. It was about educating, especially contemporary dance audiences and like maybe a lot of black people that will go to the ballet and go like, I don't understand what's going on.
Have you ever taken your friends who you believe live in a cultural desert to their first ballet performance? If so, have you ever received an honest answer when you asked for their opinion after the show? There is an ineradicable suspicion that there's only one ballet story and only one lot of characters. And any attempts to do any others would mean crossing an impossible boundary of art.
Dada Masilo returns to this year's festival with her new offering, Swan Lake. Despite the title, this work is a contemporary take on the classic.
I think that what I wanted in the work was a balance between the classical and the African. So when I chose the women, I wanted women with weight, not as in weight, but women that were grounded. And the men, I wanted men that were classically trained. And, you know, so, which is also a different thing from what the ballet would normally do. They don't do grounded women. The women have got to be like. So it was very interesting because I made that choice and I went like, okay, fine. Classically trained men and grounded women. It's just a different interpretation of it. But I mean, I'm not like defensive about it because I did know that maybe the purists might have a little bit of a problem with it. But you know, you've got to move with the times. I just wanted to try and find a different way of doing it that is still relevant to everybody, you know, so that it doesn't alienate. Because I find sometimes that ballet can become a bit elitist, and that you're sitting in the audience and going like, okay, what is that? What is that? So I wanted to make a democratic work. A work that everybody could understand.
In trying to create this democratic work, Masilo incorporated elements of South African culture.
So then I started trying the African dance, and it was so challenging, and the dynamic was so different that I went like, okay, I'm gonna go with this. And then I suppose with that just comes, you know, the ululating and the noise and everything. But for me, it was a very big challenge to fuse the two, because it's like, okay, musically, it's like, okay, where am I? Where's my weight? What am I doing? So that was, yeah, it was challenging.
Masilo's Swan Lake explores contentious issues such as stigmas attached to homosexuality and marriage.
For me, it's not so much about South African politics, but it's more about our parents and how they're reacting to how young people are growing up now and the choices that young people make. I mean, I had to do quite a lot of research on talking to people and saying, like, when you went home and you said, I'm gay, what was your mother's reaction or your father's reaction?
Not only is Masilo courageous enough to reinterpret Swan Lake as something other than a ballet, she is also not scared to show vulnerability in her work.
There was no way that, for me, I could be covered, because I think that what happens is that we put on all these things to cover up, and I think that it shows, you know, you are already vulnerable when you take your clothes off. And for me, it's not so much about being topless, but it's about what you feel.
Audiences seem to have accepted Masilo's reinterpretation of Swan Lake.
But they still have their Swan Lake, you know? They have that one and then there's a different one. So